Well, child advocacy groups call a Tennessee Supreme Court decision a victory for children who are victims of sexual abuse.
The state's high court struck down a Montgomery County judge's decision to disallow videotaped testimony from a child. News Channel 5's Mark Bellinger has reaction to what the court decided.
The Tennessee Supreme Court ruled on a case out of Clarksville. That's where a teacher is accused of raping an 11-year-old boy. The ruling could affect future cases all over the state. At Nashville's Sexual Assault Center, sexually abused children have created T-shirts to express their pain and healing.
It's their chance to be empowered, and it's one way that we have here to enable survivors to use their voice.
It's a way to get sometimes reluctant child victims to talk to counselors about being sexually abused.
Anytime a survivor has to retell their story can be traumatizing, especially traumatizing for a child.
That's why many children advocacy groups and criminal prosecutors are applauding a recent Tennessee Supreme Court decision.
Anything that allows our judges and juries to get a clear picture of the abuse that a child is disclosing is very helpful.
The court overturned a Montgomery County trial court judge who would not allow videotaped testimony from a child victim during a sexual abuse case. The judge's decision was appealed.
Because the case is pending.
Gregory Smith argued several points for the defendant before the Tennessee Supreme Court. He said allowing the video would be hearsay.
The hearsay is an out-of-court statement offered in court to prove the truth of the matter asserted. Well, you can't cross-examine a videotape.
Smith also points out many times the person interviewing the child is employed by the state.
And you're not on a level playing field.
Smith says the Tennessee Constitution still reads you get to address your accuser face-to-face in the courtroom. Child advocates say there should be an exception for children, and the court appears to agree.
Getting someone to sit down with you and explain to you all of these details is difficult, and then we ask them to recreate that in a courtroom, which is certainly not a child-friendly environment like a child advocacy center.
A child victim would also still have to be in the courtroom and testify on the stand that the testimony he or she gave on camera was truthful. Defense attorneys can also cross-examine the victim after the videotape has been played, and the ruling also means that the Clarksville case involving the teacher can now proceed.
All right, thanks, Mark.